The following contest is about WrestleMania!
WrestleMania!
Woo! And I'm still the champion.
Somehow.
Yeah. Anyway, the challenger.
King Blackbird.
And you know me.
I'm going to take that title. I'm walking in WrestleMania without the title, but I'm walking out with this title. And you still haven't beaten my consecutive record, though.
That's probably true.
That was over a year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, the show of shows, the showcase of the immortals.
2 nights!
The grandest stage of them all.
You know, it's no wonder we haven't gone back to pre-pandemic prices on everything. We're still at 2-night WrestleManias.
Yeah.
So, let's get started on this one. Now, point of fact, I always use Cultaholic in their prediction video, so I don't know what's split up, what's been on what night, so I just went on their thing. So,
right.
Other than we know the triple threat between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins is going to headline night 1, and the match between Cody and John Cena is going to headline night 2, and it's still annoying that the women don't get their main event WrestleMania. But this year it's slightly easier to take because they are supposedly going to have another Evolution.
Okay. Well,
So,
I will say this, that all the props in the world of CM Punk, I'm very happy that he's finally getting to live his dream. Just based on this run alone, he has earned it. He deserves it. It shouldn't come at the expense of the women, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you could open the show with Cody versus John.
yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, let's get to it. So, starting out, we have the War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Title belts.
I don't like saying this because I don't like that they're hot potatoing both sets of tag titles right now. But I think it's going to be the New Day because it's kind of what they're going with. I mean, it kind of has to be with the story they're doing with the New Day right now. Also, they're bastards.
Yeah, they are bastards. Very good bastards, though. I didn't think they'd be, but okay, we're not to a great start disagreeing. Because I also think it's going to be the New Day just because of the story they're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel
like the War Raiders just got the titles like a month ago.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like the New Day need... It feels weird saying the New Day need the titles, considering their reigns they had before, but, like, they haven't done much since they became heels.
Yeah.
So I feel like they gotta have some kind of meat to the story.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
they gotta have
that's
something.
the gist of what I'm saying, yeah.
So, alright, well, let's see if we can disagree on this one. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, who is totally not Chad Gable. I think it's going to be El Grande Americano, honestly. I don't think he's getting unmasked. I think they're going to tease that. I think, because like, it feels like, okay, maybe they should do it now and not stretch it out. But I feel like if they have him beat the best luchador ever, the great, the GOAT, it builds him up to whenever the next guy beats him, it's going to be a big thing. So I think they're going to have this run out a little bit longer, at least till SummerSlam.
I'll go with Ray for nothing else for the sake of disagreement, but I am going to say that they're going to mess with us. Like, we're going to see Chad Gable outside the ring during the match or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna get something to further push along the mystery of it.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah, I don't think he's gonna get unmasked either.
Well, like I said, it'd be funny if they unmasked him if it's like Kurt Angle underneath him. I think it'd be hilarious. That'd be a great misdirect. But alright, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, who put her through a car and car killed her.
Ooh.
This one could go either way,
really
honestly.
Could go either way.
And there are a couple on this match, I feel, this card that could go a couple ways.
But kind of like what we were saying with the New Day. I have never seen Naomi as a heel. She may have been a heel before I started watching. But I think they need to build her as a threat to show she is a heel. Yeah, there'll probably be shenanigans. And just based on, like, I watched some of the segments.
Yeah.
Like
I still need to watch those.
I watched when Naomi told Bianca, and it broke my fucking heart.
Wow. Cinema.
But I think it's going to be Naomi.
Good. Because I'm going for Jade Cargill. I think she's going to hit her vengeance on
It's going to be
Naomi.
good, though.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a match.
Oh, this is going to be Jade's first, like, one of Jade's... Oh, no, it's not going to be her first solo, because she did a few, like,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to qualify for this or that.
I think it's her first WrestleMania match, though.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I'm pulling for. I think they wanted to win at WrestleMania, but I think, I do feel like Naomi should get some more heel heat. But she came back. Jade just came back. They've been really protective of her, and plus I just see her. She's gonna stomp the shit out of Naomi. Yeah. She's gonna pick her up and toss her into the stands.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be glorious. Yeah. All right, L.A. Knight, versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title.
Ooh.
Oh, this again could go either way because I want LA to hold on to that title.
Especially since he just got it back after putting it on Shinsuke. God, stop hot potatoing titles.
Yeah, we had thought that was in when Vince, left. But
I mean, it hasn't been as bad, especially as far as the U.S. title's concerned. Yeah. But
I just wish we could see the run since we can watch SmackDown.
Yeah, we still can't. I mean, we could because it's like the whole month later. It's on Peacock, but I don't ever remember.
Me neither. Who has the time? Yeah. But I'm gonna go for Jacob Fatu. I think they want to build him up and make him strong.
That's what I'm leaning towards too, but I am a generous champion. I'm a fighting champion, so I will go with L.A. Knight. Yeah.
I mean, you could still be right, but I just was there gonna be bloodline shenanigans. Is the bloodline even still a thing?
Yeah.
It feels like it's imploded.
Granted, all we watch is Raw, but even when we were watching the show, they weren't on. People still talked about the bloodline. They haven't been talking about the bloodline.
All right, now this has become went from like a match that's, it sounds good, but there's no real build to, holy shit, we're talking about this. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's title, and how Charlotte went off script. Apparently, most of that was scripted up until like the Nepo Queen, or like her, I can't hear your squeaky voice. That's when she went off script. And it made it better. It added intrigue to this.
Either way, you know what time it is?
Tiffy time?
It's Tiffy time.
Yeah.
And, okay, granted, apparently I've heard a lot of, backstage rumors and stuff. Apparently Charlotte really is going through a rough time and everything, so maybe she's not the person she used to be when she was last here. But I'm going to put a little bit of faith in her that she is going to put the new talent over like she did with Rhea. Because I keep hearing all this stuff about how the Rhea versus Charlotte match was supposed to be a lot shorter than it was. But Charlotte's like, no, we're fucking doing this. They're not shoving us out for the men. We were supposed to be the main event. We're still going to put on a fucking show. And they fucking did. So, and also, it's Tiffy time. She's hot right now. Let her keep the title.
Could also stop when she's hot. But I'm also going to go Tiffany Stratton for the reasons you've said. And also just, I was out of WWE when Super Cena happened. I was just getting back into it when Roman was a thing and they were fighting. So I saw a little bit of it. But as far as being in the middle of those runs, being this is the person the company's behind, it's really irritating, we hate them, I didn't really have that experience with either of them. So I wasn't as annoyed with Cena, wasn't as annoyed with Roman. But as far as I've been watching for 8 years,
I've been watching about 8 years.
Yeah, Charlotte is constantly in the title picture. She goes away, she comes back, immediately title shot. She got inserted into the match between Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. She got to beat Asuka's undefeated streak. She won the NXT Women's title. Maybe she helped Rhea there, but she did nothing with that title. I'm sick of Charlotte Flair. I now know what everyone hated John Cena for. Yeah. That's how I feel about Charlotte. Yeah. She's good, but let her just do something.
I have similar frustrations, but yeah.
When was the last time she just had a feud?
Yeah.
And she just comes in. Of course, she wins the Royal Rumble. I'm sure we're probably going to call this wrong, and she'll win this. But I feel Tiffany needs this.
But as far as I can tell, Tiffany deserves it too. Yeah. She's really fucking good. That match she had with Becky when they were feuding for the NXT title was really fucking good.
And she's got herself over. Charlotte was supposed to be the face in this. Because of course she is, because it's Charlotte. But people just like Tiffy.
Then
she got herself over.
Wrong, because right from the get-go, Charlotte was...
Yeah.
In the one promo we were just talking about, she says, I picked Tiffany because I haven't done charity work in a while. That's not face line.
No, it's not. Alright. We're probably going to agree with this one, too. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Yeet!
It has to be Jay.
It has to be.
It has
to be Jay.
Especially after what they did with Jimmy.
Yeah, and then Jay cutting that promo where he's not playing to the crowd, he's not doing the heat, he's dead serious, and like that he lit a fire under his ass that we needed. And also, I want a bunch of internet assholes to cry.
Yeah. But also, you did nothing with. You took away his Intercontinental title reign right when he got it.
Yeah.
You've been calling a main event Jey Uso for how long now? Let him have a decent main title run. He more than fucking deserves it.
Keep it for like at least half a year.
Yeah.
So, alright, and to close out night one, we got Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus, it looks like I wrote Ballins, Seth Rollins. This one is one like any one of these guys could win. Maybe Seth calls in whatever favor he says Paul Heyman owes him. Roman Reigns, you don't bet against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, only one time. But, for me, I feel this is CM Punk's time.
It has to be CM Punk.
He has to have this moment.
Yeah. Okay, so, since we both picked CM Punk, you want to make it interesting and call who he pins?
Ooh. I think it's going to be Rollins.
Damn it, I was going to say Rollins. Fine, I'll go Roman.
Okay. So extra point if he pins Roman, extra points if he pins Rollins. Because, like, there's just so much animosity between those two.
Yeah.
Like, and while, like, he's definitely fighting Roman, and he's made good points, neither of them beating him alone, there's, they don't have that history there, other than just, oh, yeah, I stole your guy, because he's a Paul Heyman guy first.
Yeah.
Alright.
It would still be a feather in his cap, because, again, not many people have pinned Roman since he came back as a tribal.
That is true, so. Alright, Liv Morgan Liv and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria for the women's tag titles, which is great to see them on the WrestleMania, but I wish Lyra could have defended her IC title.
Why aren't the IC title, the women's IC title and the women's United States title being defended on PLEs? You built all this hype around them, they got a great start, and they're being defended on the shows as far as I can tell. Like, Lyra's been a fighting champion with the Intercontinental champion. As far as I can tell, Chelsea has been a fighting champion with the U.S. title, even though she's a heel and there's been shenanigans. Why aren't they being defended on PLEs?
Well, apparently there's rumors there might be working on a way to get Chelsea on the card. So we'll have to see. Maybe it was announced tonight and we don't watch SmackDown. Maybe it'll be announced the night of. So
either way, I am going to go against type. Because as I was just saying, I don't want them to keep hot potatoing the tag titles. And I think it's going to be a hell of a show, and I hate voting against my main girl. I think it's going to be Liv and Raquel.
God damn it! Because I think it's going to be Liv and Raquel as well. Because I think they're a good title. They're a good team.
Yeah.
And they were before, and when they're faces, now they're good as heels, and they need to keep these titles strong, and I want them retained. And plus, I think Bayley and Lyra, like, how will they coexist? Because Bayley's still going for the women's IC title. So I think something maybe it'll be a heel turn. Who knows?
I mean, I hope they don't turn. I mean, she only had this face turn for a year.
Yeah.
But, okay, I didn't mean to say only there. It's been a year since she's been a face, but I like Bayley as a face. She's a great heel. I don't want to see her go back already.
They could do Lyra.
That'd be interesting. I only know Lyra as a face.
Yeah, so. But either way, I think Liv and Raquel retain. Alright. So, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Just because.
I feel dirty saying this, but I think it's going to be Logan Paul.
Oh, good. Well, he is your favorite wrestler. You got his. I'm going for AJ because I cannot force myself to vote for Logan Paul in anything. Apparently, at the fan expo thing or the fan experience, there's a hit Logan Paul with a steel chair thing. But it was like a dummy, and it's like one of those strength testers. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not as fun. I want to hit the real Logan Paul as hard as I fucking
can. I mean, he's a heel right now, as he should be. But I think there's no better way for him to get heat right now than just beating the shit out of AJ Styles. I think it's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah.
I think AJ's going to put him over. I think he's going to put the new talent over.
All right, so that might be one you can. All right, so this one we can actually we better choose different ones. But it's Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Braun Breaker versus Penta for the IC title.
Who are you picking?
The story seems like it'd be between Dom and Finn and one of them winning and breaking the Judgment Day. But I feel they're gonna go for the new hotness and give it to Penta.
Yeah, see, that was my thought too.
Yeah.
So, not fine. Again, I'm a generous champion. I'm gonna pick the Mysterios both times. I think Dom is gonna somehow get it, and it's gonna further their rift between him and Finn.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is the story. And I almost convinced myself to go with Dom because
honestly, okay, yeah, kayfabe, we all hate Dom.
Yeah.
But as a talent, he's earned it.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's come a long way, too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and there's a good storyline potential. I don't know, but just something feels like they might give it to Penta.
I mean, as soon as I heard he was going for it, I was
Yeah.
like, well, they're going to give it to him on WrestleMania. But,
Yeah.
So I'll be nice.
All right. Another one where either of these guys could win. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight.
Ooh.
Like, I honestly don't know.
Really could go either way on this one.
How about we go 50-50? I kind of want to go with Drew.
Yeah, I feel like he needs a win.
Especially WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But Priest could win too.
Yeah. Whoever you pick, I'll pick the opposite.
Alright. So, Priest.
Yeah.
Because I'm picking Drew. But, like, again...
Yeah,
like
this one really could go
Yeah.
either way. 50-50 odds.
This one I think we are going to agree on. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair for the women's world title. If you would have asked me a few months ago, I would have picked Rhea. Because she was on a hot streak. I like Rhea. And she could be the first to pin Bianca at WrestleMania. Period story. Then they gave it to Io, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And the story they've been telling, like we did with Jay, Io has to fucking win at this point. She has to. She has literally been shoved aside, and to make her feel like not only a credible champion, but a credible performer.
Yeah.
She needs to win this to prove she's not to be trifled with.
I am torn because I agree with everything you said 100%. But I don't want Bianca to lose at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
I want her to be the new Undertaker.
Yeah?
So, yeah, I'm going to go with Bianca.
Alright.
My heart would break if Io was just a transitional champion. Again, especially with what you just said with the story they're telling. But, no, I want Bianca to have a WrestleMania streak.
Huh? I mean, it could also be why Rhea's in there. She could take the pin. But anyway, alright, so this one's unique. Randy Orton versus because he doesn't have an opponent right now because of unfortunately what happened with KO.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad about that because he was a bastard man, but he was on a hot streak, and it sucks he has to go away because of a neck injury for a couple years.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it
this
was that bad.
Yeah, this isn't like a month. This is a couple. Hopefully it won't be he can't wrestle again, but it might be like Edge where we don't see him for 9 years. Yeah. So like it's bad and it sucks, and I wish all the best for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great heel, but he seems like a great person.
Yeah, he's a great performer, and like everything I've seen of KO out of character as a dude, he just seems like a truly really good person.
Yeah. So here's all the best to him.
Yeah.
So with that said,
let's do this Royal Rumble style where we try to pick his opponent.
Yes.
It is.
And first of all, I think whoever it is, Randy's probably going to win.
Yeah.
But who could it be? A lot of talk about since he RKO'd Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Then Nick Aldis is a wrestler, and I love him as a GM, but I don't know why they just stuck him there. But he can still go. Yeah. So he might come out and take matters to his own hands.
I would love that.
It
honestly.
would be. But there's rumors Rusev's back. Are they going to bring Rusev there? Sami Zayn, they could bring him back to defend KO's honor. Or
that would be weird.
Yeah, but
considering.
Yeah, but since take his place, Aleister Black, we know he's coming back.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, they have vignettes and everything.
Oh, okay.
So the problem is, will they bring any of these guys back just to job them to Randy?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Aldis.
Okay.
You want to pick someone from that pool, someone else entirely?
I was going to go with Aldis, but I really wanted to be Aleister Black now. And either way, I will go with whoever it is to win, not Randy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want to say go with that, but So, yeah, I'm intrigued by the mystery now.
Yeah. Now, of course, they could also announce this on SmackDown. We'd never know. But
Yeah.
hopefully, it's like the day of.
Yeah, I wanted to build, like, even though we knew it was Cody, I wanted to build it like it was Cody's return.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't tell us until the music hits.
Yeah. Speaking of, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE title.
I mean, I have basically said this. I might have said this in another prediction video. We have talked about this before, but I think it's going to be Cena.
Me too. Like again, when this all started, if you had asked me, I was like, okay, Cody's winning. It's going to be good. You know, past face of the company versus
passing of the torch.
Passing the torch moment. But now that Cena's a bastard man, I think he's going to win to not only beat Ric Flair's record, but then he's the heel champion. He holds the title. He might not be there. And then we can get, people chasing after the belt.
Yeah.
Like the winner of Night 1, CM Punk. They have history. It'd be great if he won the belt from Cena. Yeah. I don't know when they do that. I don't know if it'd be SummerSlam. I don't know if it'd be later in the year. Like, spend most of the year. I don't know what the last PL is going to be before he retires, because it feels like it needs to be on a grand stage, but either way, it's going to be a big moment, so they'll make a pay-per-view or PLE. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even before, like, John Cena ripped out all of our hearts and stomped on them.
Especially that kid.
Yeah. I would have still picked Cena, because, again, this is his retirement tour, and love him or hate him, he was the company for a while.
Yeah.
I feel he deserves one more run with the belt, either way. And also, I mean, when he announced his retirement, everybody's like, I would like to be one of the last people John Cena wrestles, please. What better way to do that than have him be a champion and have him defend a title?
Yeah.
So, and Cody will get it back someday, and this is going to be great.
Yeah.
But my money's on Cena.
I just wonder if he's actually going to bring back the spinner belt.
That would be great.
It'd be hilarious.
I would love that.
All right, so we disagree on 7 and our predictions with what's going on with Randy. I really hope they don't just decide, Randy's not wrestling WrestleMania, because that would suck for him.
Yeah.
So, that said, punishment time.
Yeah, do you have something picked out?
I have something picked out.
I was going to say, I have a suggestion if you don't.
Because it's been a good while since we've done a promo.
Oh, God.
Repeated promo. And this one is this was related to WrestleMania, because talking about WrestleMania 3. One of the slightly, not as infamous as some of the others, but one of the most famous ones from the Macho Man, Randy Savage, where the cream always rises to the top.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus,
have I the only one who's ever done the promo punishments?
Yes, that's why I'm hedging my bets.
Fair enough.
I will win. I will have my title back.
All right. Well, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say other than I am actually really excited. I didn't know about a lot of these because, again, we don't really have access to SmackDown right now. So it's WrestleMania. I was hyped anyway, but now I'm like really hyped. My hype is up to 11.
And here's hoping Chelsea does get on the card. Yeah. I don't know if we'll try to make a prediction if it happens, but I would just be happy to see her.
Yeah. She's been doing great work, I'm sure.
Yes. Every time I see a clip, she's perfect.
Yeah. All right, well, have a happy WrestleMania weekend to all who celebrate, and happy Easter, I guess.
Yeah.